one of the reasons that I didn't fly is because there are some things that are really hard to get on an airplane. And let me tell you, this is one of them. You answer questions you didn't know you were going to have to ask or answer. And it's simply something that early pioneers going from the East Coast to California, because when you're in Colorado as a kid, the purpose of life is to become successful, and that way you move to California. And it's still true. The greatest people in the world, as you well know. Isn't that something? And they also didn't use a bow. They used a yardstick. I brought one along. It goes from down here. And right now, there is a wolf off in the distance saying, I wonder what they're doing over at Reno tonight. I used to watch the news and, you know, da 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 da, they call the wind Mariah. Mariah. and a weird one. You know what? New Orleans has done a lot of things for us. I love the food. I love all the things we've been saying about it. And each of you has been through all of that. And you know what? It happened. I got out of the Revolutionary War. I just, you know, but I was in the Civil War, and you know, you meet a lot of people. There was a guy who was a captain, got a name, and he had a couple of sons. One stayed home in New York. The other one went to New Orleans to study music, because you could do that. You could study food or music or art and all of that. And then here they are in the skirmish, the rebels and the Union Army, and going to get, you know. Oh, it gets to be nighttime, and it's quiet, and there's a moaning going on here. And the captain crawls out, grabs who it is, pulls them back in, and in the light discovers his own son, who dies in his arms. And the captain goes to the general the next morning and says, hey, I'd like a military funeral, you know. And the general says, you know what, he's a rebel, you can't. What are you gonna do? I'll give you one instrument, and that's it. And in the kid's pocket, this rebel soldier, a private, when your name is Reum and you're in the Army, you're going to be a private the whole time. A private Reum in the Army is hilarious. And in the course of this, too, in his pocket, a piece of paper, and on it were the words to a song that you would recognize if I knew how to play it better. And Mary said, start low. Okay, here we go. In his pocket, this song. Taps. Oh. 4 notes, you know, for a guy that can play saw. Gosh, I wish I could play it well so you could recognize that. And the words are kind of simple. Day is done, gone the sun, from the lake, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely rest, God is nigh. And we use it for military things, and hasn't that been a big part of all the stuff that we're doing? To stop and say, remarkable human beings. And then some kids, I think it was Iowa, where a kid says, if you go this way and do heart to people in airports who are wearing uniforms, you're saying thank you. And they understand, kind of neat. And sometimes you say, wonder if that could be, oh, the halo effect. And the gasp is audible.